Some of you could be forgiven for thinking there was only one team from Barcelona besides, well, Barcelona. But RCD Espanyol also exist. I mean, I think it's pretty fair to say that they are Barcelona's little brother. And I mean, given their current form in La Liga, they're definitely living up to that nickname. RCD Espanyol are sitting bottom of La Liga at the time of recording and have a massive challenge ahead of them if they want to get out of the relegation zone and avoid a trip down to the second Spanish division. Today, we're going to stop the rot, however. We are going to take over Espanyol and make them the biggest team in Barcelona, the biggest team in Spain, and the biggest team in Europe. Today, we rebuild Espanyol. G'day guys, how's it going? It is Jared HD here. Welcome to a massive rebuild on the channel today as we head to Spanish La Liga to take over Espanyol. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's rebuild with Espanyol and you're loving the amount of uploads we're having recently, make sure you leave a like on the video. Also, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. Please scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. If you have not had the pleasure of seeing a rebuild video in the past, here are the rules. So the main objective is to win the UEFA Champions League. Every game in the rebuild is simulated except for the Champions League final. The transfers can be as unrealistic or realistic as we like. There's a big focus on the transfer window. And finally, of course, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. There's the rules. Let's get into the rebuild. So this is what our starting lineup is looking like to kick off season number 1. And honestly, it's a pretty balanced side. There's definitely certain areas that we need to improve upon nice and early, but there's other areas like our midfield that, well, barely touch this entire rebuild, if I'm being honest. I think for this opening window, definitely priorities number 1 and 2 are a new goalkeeper and a new right back, and maybe some other positions if we have time and if we have the money. The first player departure of this rebuild, however, is Javi Lopez headed to Celta Vigo for £2.2 million. But we've made our first signing here, improving at the right back position. It is Aurelio Buta, a Portuguese right back who I've never signed in a rebuild before, coming across from Antwerp in Belgium for £8.7 million. And there it is, a new goalkeeper, a new shot stopper. Unai Simon, a Spanish goalkeeper coming across here from Bilbao. A decent price as well. £15 million, overpaid a little bit maybe, but he is going to be class. There are so many Brazilian centre-backs called Naldo, but we've sold our Naldo to Leicester City for £6.2 million. We also have sold Victor Sanchez to West Ham United for £7.1 million. I am selling so many players here already, but Jonathan Calleri, not a bad player in all honesty, but we want to make another big signing, so we've sold him to Benfica for £11.4 million. We've got a decent amount of money in our back pocket to work with, but I'm going to see how the squad goes at the first half of the season and really see where we need improvements. So that's the transfer window done. 2 players in, 4 players out. Let's crack on and see how we're doing come the 1st of January. Hey, that's what you want to see. We're sitting in 9th position, 24 points. We've got the devil record with 6 wins, 6 draws, 6 losses, but we sit in 9th position. That is definitely a big improvement on how things are going in real life for Espanyol. Now, Diego Lopez, the 39-year-old goalkeeper, very famous name in Spanish football, he is leaving the club off to Bilbao on a free transfer next season, so not too concerned about that. Another decent player out of the club, Wu Li, the Chinese striker, headed to Everton for £16.8 million. I said I wanted to make a big name signing, and we've done just that. It is Joaquin Correa coming across to the club from Lazio. The Argentinian centre forward is going to be our new striker, signing for £33.7 million. So there it is, a big signing in Correa, Lopez and Wu Li out of the club. And now we have a decent looking side to polish off season number 1. Can we make a potential push for Champions League football? I don't know. Are we going to get in the relegation battle? I also don't know, but there's one way to find out. Let's get simulating. Okay, so we have finished the season in 7th position, definitely not even close to Valencia, who took out that final Champions League spot, and not even close to Barcelona, who went undefeated. Jesus Christ, but We have finished the season in 7th position, which is so much better than we expected, so much better than how Espanyol are doing in real life, so we will take that. And in the relegation battle, there's Granada, Osasuna, and Mallorca all going down. Real Madrid won the Copa de España. Liverpool took down Barcelona 2-0 to win the Champions League. And Real Madrid took down Lazio 2-0 to win the Europa League final, which is, I'm surprised they're in the Europa League, but I know we were in the tournament, so where did we get eliminated? Not in the semis or the quarters, obviously. Did we make the round of 16? No. Did we make the round of 32? Okay, so we got eliminated in the round of 32 to Olympiacos, 3-2 on aggregate. So, not the worst performance in the world. Round of 32 of the Europa League. Would have been nice to win it though. But that is season number 1 with Espanyol. Done and dusted. Laid the foundations for a good future. A great first season on the pitch. I can't wait to see how we go in season number 2. Let's crack on now. Season 2 kicks off with a player departure. David Lopez headed to Lyon for £9 million. Selling a lot of our older players here. Ander Iturraspe headed to West Ham United for £5 million. Adrian Mbaba also leaving the club, headed to Hoffenheim here for £7.6 million. We're raising quite a little bit of revenue. And we've finally made our first signing for this season. It is the Turkish defender, Sagla Soyuncu. I've probably mispronunciated his name, but he's having a decent season for Leicester in real life. And now he's an Espanyol man. 23.4 is how much we paid Brendan Rodgers. Oh yeah, I don't know how to pronunciate this bloke's name, but I won't have to do it anymore because he's off to Villa Park for £4.45 million. And Leandro Cabrera, the Uruguayan centre-back, decent player, but I've decided to shift him whilst he's still worth the most money possible. £17.6 million to head to the Molineux. Another player out of the club. I mean, are we going to have any players left after this? Didac Villa headed for £3 million to the mighty Fulham. There it is, another big name signing. We're not messing around this season. Kasper Dolberg. Haven't signed this guy for quite a long time in a rebuild as far as I can remember, but the Danish striker coming across from Nice, £26.6 million. I mean, I'm going to say it. That was Nice. Dead Thomas is also out of the club, headed to Manchester United for £24.5 million. So definitely made Manchester United overpay for his services. But I just think how cool. I mean, look at his jersey. RDT, not RBT, the bloody Madden YouTuber. RDT, that is cool. Because it's RDT. It's dynamite. Remind me to never sing again. But we definitely focused on quality over quantity in this transfer window. Soyuncu and Dolberg both into the club. And then 5 players out of the club. A strong start to the season. Let's go, lads! We are currently sitting in 4th position here at the halfway mark, or the 1st of January in La Liga. 38 points. We've still got a bit of work to do to catch up to Real Madrid, and we've got a lot of teams actually right behind us. Only 8 points separate us and 8th position, so we need to have an even better second half of the season, and we could be playing Champions League football next season. So I've gone ahead and made a big signing in the midfield. Alexander Golovin, the Russian midfielder, joining us here from AS Monaco for £37.7 million. That is an impressive and a big time picker. And that's all I have done for this transfer window. Golovin into the club, nobody out of it. It was big butt. So here we are at the end of the season. We've dropped off slightly, finishing on points with Valencia, sitting in 5th. So I think that means it's another year of Europa League football for us. I might be wrong. We might have to go through the playoffs maybe, but I think that it means that we go to the Europa League. Zaragoza, Malaga, and Deportivo have all been relegated, however. Real Madrid won the Copa de España. Liverpool took down Man City 2-1 to win the Champions League. And Manchester United beat Leverkusen on penalties to win the Europa League. Now, I know we were in the Europa League once again here. We finished top of our group, not a single loss. So that was a good start. In the round of 32, we beat Benfica 3-0. That's decent, 3-0 aggregate. In the round of 16, who did we face? We faced Lazio, last season's runners-up, where we lost 3-2 on aggregate. So That's a little bit better than last year. We've gone one better in the Europa League. But that is going to bring season number 2 with Espanyol to a conclusion. We're making progress, lads. We're putting some good performances in on the park, doing some good business off of it. But next season, the goal needs to be Champions League qualification. So we have kicked off season number 3 with the signing of Alain Saint-Maximin here, the left midfielder coming across from Newcastle United for £41 million. Another Frenchman coming across to strengthen up our left-hand side. This time at the left-back position, we have Ferland Mendy joining us for £43.9 million, which I thought was a pretty decent fee from Real Madrid. A player departure here, however, Sergi Darder headed off to Arsenal for £38.5 million. So another transfer window where we focused on quality over quantity here. We've got in Saint-Maximin and Mendy, sold Darder. Our side coming along quite nicely, but let's see how things are tracking halfway through the season. Of course, our goal needs to be qualification to the Champions League this season. So we find ourselves in a decent position to do that. Not the safest position, but we are sitting in 3rd position on 41 points. Barcelona and Atletico pretty far ahead of us, but Valencia, Real Madrid, Villarreal all breathing down our necks. But we're going to get some more business underway here in the January window. £28.5 million for Pedrosa. A massive statement of intent here. We have signed Jose Maria Jimenez coming across not from bloody Atletico Madrid where he used to play, but he has come across from Juventus for £62 million. Not bad for an 88 rated defender. Now this has really frustrated me. Cueto, he's got decent potential, and I thought throughout this whole rebuild he could be a good backup player to have as a striker. He had less than 6 months remaining on his contract. I've been wanting to re-sign him for so long. He wanted out of the club, so I couldn't offer him a new contract. So we're letting an 80 rated player leave on a free to Sampdoria. So yeah, that's the end of the January transfer window. Jimenez in, Pedrosa and Cueto out, although Cueto's out at the end of the season. But our squad continues to improve. Let's see if we qualify for Champions League football at the end of what has been a pretty quick season 3. Get in there, fellas. We have broken away from the pack and have finished in 4th position here in season number 3. I would have liked to get 3rd, but Real Madrid only finished in 5th, which is quite nice to see. But we're going to be playing Champions League football, that means, I believe, next season. And in the relegation battle, Osasuna, Cadiz, and Leganés all relegated. Barcelona won the Copa de España. Man City took down Liverpool to win the Champions League. And we have won the Europa League. Let's go, lads. We took down Borussia Mönchengladbach 1-0 in the Europa League final to finally get our hands on some silverware here. That is a massive honour. Europa League champions. That gives me a lot of confidence now heading into next season that we can go deep in the Champions League. But we took down Frankfurt, Leipzig in the quarterfinals 3-2. Tottenham in the round of 16. It looks like we've lost all of our second leg games. And then Sporting in the round of 32, which is absolutely fantastic. So Europa League champions with Espanyol. Let's go. So that's a fantastic way to conclude season number 3 here. We continue to improve both our squad on and off the pitch. And I'm very excited for some Champions League football here in season number 4. We're not messing about this season, lads. Season number 4, and we kick off with a signing at the right back position. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the man from Manchester United, joining us. I have paid out of my absolute ass for this guy, but I feel like he's going to be worth it. £75.6 million to Manchester United. Now, I think our starting 11 is really, really strong, and I want to see what we can do with our starting 11 in the current form that they are. But I want to also build out a strong bench and a strong support system. So we've signed Marcos Llorente here. Marcos Llorente from Atletico Madrid for £34 million. An 85 rated backup midfielder. That is what I call a big signing. Dynamic player potentials had worked their wonders on Matthias Vargas. He wanted out of the club as well. So we have sold him to Napoli, an 82 rated player, for £74.4 million. And we're going to use that Vargas money to continue improvements on our squad. We've brought in a new backup goalkeeper, Geronimo Rulli, the Argentinian goalkeeper, signing from Sociedad for £28 million. And a backup striker into the club as well, Boyan Mayarol, joining us from Real Madrid, £31.7 million. Is a decent fee for a backup striker. So we have had a very busy season 4 here to kick things off. Wan-Bissaka, Llorente, Rulli, and Mayarol all into the club. Vargas out of it. Let's go check out our Champions League group for the first time. So we have been seeded in Group H of the Champions League this season, and I would actually say we've been given a pretty favourable group here. It's, of course, ourselves. We've got RB Leipzig, we've got Braga, and we've got Moscow. So not a bad side there. Not a bad group. Okay, so we've actually had an incredible performance in the group stage, but so have Leipzig. So we've finished the group in second position on 15 points. Leipzig on 15 points as well. So ourselves and Leipzig comfortably through to the round of 16. But we have a massive, massive challenge in the round of 16 because we've been drawn up against goddamn Liverpool. So if we can take down Liverpool, I'll be feeling very confident for the rest of our chances. Now, of course, in La Liga, the goal has to be qualifying for Champions League football once again. At the moment, we find ourselves in third position again, so it's tight again, man. It's even closer this year. I mean, we're only 6 points dividing us in 8th position, so we need to have a very good second half of the year. But we have done no business here in the January transfer window. I'm very content with the side we have. I want to see what the side we have can do. And also, I had no money to spend, so let's go take on Liverpool. Okay, lads, it is Liverpool. It is at home here. We need a strong first leg. And most importantly, we need to concede no away goals here. It's a full strength starting 11. We're going to warm up. We're going to get into the game. And the scoreline is a 2-1 win. Fabinho red carded. The only issue is that they got an away goal through Sanchez. I'm a little nervous, lads. We're 2-1 up, but that away goal is never good. We need to score ourselves here. So we're going to get into the second leg here. Away at Anfield, never an easy proposition here. Come on, lads. The scoreline after the second leg is 3-2. We're through, aren't we? Math, Jared, use your brain. Yes, we're through on away goals rule. We've gone through to the Champions League quarters. Another tough opponent here in the quarterfinals as we take on PSG. Oh, I'm a little nervous, lads. I mean, we took down Liverpool, which I said would give me a lot of confidence heading into the rest of the tournament, but PSG surely have Mbappe still out there. And after the first leg, it is a 1-1 draw. Alexander-Arnold with a red card, which is very, very nice, but Di Maria getting that away goal as well. So a little nervous now. It all hangs in the balance. That away goal is so crucial for PSG. Again, just like the Liverpool game, we're going to have to make sure we score a goal here to make sure that the away goal advantage is not in PSG's favour. But we travel to the Parc des Princes here. Come on, lads. Get us through to the semis. The scoreline. A 1-0 loss. We're out, lads. We're eliminated in the quarters. Luis Suarez, come on, man. The good news at the end of season number 4 is that we have qualified once again for the Champions League in season number 5. Disappointed to go out in the quarters, but we have finished in 4th position here. Malaga, Girona, and Zaragoza are all relegated. That's a bad performance from Zaragoza. Atletico Madrid did win the Copa de España over Sociedad. Okay, that's another trophy to add to our trophy cabinet. We have won the UEFA Super Cup, taking down Manchester City on a penalty shootout at the start of the season, which is very nice. Atletico Madrid did go on to win the Champions League 2-0 over Dortmund, so PSG didn't even get there. And Manchester United have won a Manchester derby in the Europa League final on a penalty shootout, so tough year for City in penalty shootouts. I honestly thought season number 4 would be our time to win the Champions League, but we're going to have to go back to the drawing board, make some big improvements to the side, and come back fresh in season 5. Well, I said we needed to make some big changes, and I wasn't bluffing. We have gone ahead and signed Lautaro Martinez from Real Madrid, 91 rated. The Argentine signs for Yep, wait for it, £130 million. A lot of money, but he is a game-changing player. I've also decided to continue our improvements of our reserves and bench and all that good stuff in case of injuries or suspensions. We've brought in Thorgan Hazard for £24 million from Dortmund. But we have decided to sell Luis Lopez to Crystal Palace for £8.4 million. So some big signings here. Obviously Martinez, the biggest signing of the transfer window. And again, a signal of intent of how deep we want to go in the Champions League this season and how serious we're taking it. But speaking of the Champions League, let's go check out our group again. Oh boy, so we've been placed in the Group H again. And if we thought we got lucky last season, our luck has definitely run out because we've been drawn with Manchester United and AC Milan, CSK and Moscow again, but Manchester United and Milan, it's going to be a big race for these two spots. But we've got through in second position, not as comfortable as last year, but it is ourselves and AC Milan. So Man United, the Europa League winners, did not make it through to the knockout rounds. We have made it into the knockout rounds once again for the Champions League. A little bit more calm of an opponent in the round of 16 this year though. We've been drawn up against Olympique Lyon instead of Liverpool, which is, it's a nice sight to see. They're still not an easy opponent, but they're not Liverpool. And we are well and truly in the title race finally in La Liga this season, currently sitting in second position in a very comfortable spot in terms of Champions League qualification. But I want to challenge Barcelona for the top prize. And it should come as no real surprise that we have done no business here in the January transfer window. We have an insane squad and I want to see what they can do this season. So here we go, lads. Looking to get back to the quarterfinals. We need a strong start here against Lyon. Come on. Let's see what we can do here. The scoreline after the first leg against the French outfit is a 2-0 win. That is good. Mendo and Roca, the two OG players, getting us a very strong advantage. No away goals as well, which is good. Okay, the second leg here. We're in a very, very strong position. I've made a few changes just for numbers and all that stuff and for fitness, but Correa is into the side. How are we going to go? It's a 4-2 win. St. Maxim with a brace. We've destroyed them and we're through to the quarters, 6-2 on aggregate. Oh boy, we have a big challenge again in the quarterfinals. It's the side we beat in last year's Super Cup. We are taking on Manchester City here. That's not going to be easy. Okay, lads, I'd like you to all take a moment and say a quick prayer to the FIFA gods because we are going to need it here. Come on, lads. Dolberg back into the starting 11. The scoreline after the first leg, a 1-0 win, and they missed a penalty there to not get an away goal. We've got a narrow lead. Oh, lads, I mean, we're in the lead. I'm not overly confident. The fact that they didn't get an away goal makes me very, very confident. But hands back on the controller and get braced for anything. 3-1, but Jimenez. Oh no, Jimenez better not be out for a while. But 3-1 up. We're into the bloody semi-finals. My brain is fried right now, honestly. 4 teams remain. 2 from Spain, 1 from France, 1 from Italy. And we are versing the Italian aspect. It is Espanyol versus Juventus. Okay, I haven't been confident, to be fair, at any point of these simulations in this rebuild, but the first leg is at home here. You already know I'm about to say a clean sheet is priority number 1. Chiero into the starting lineup. And, oh dear, Jesus has given Juventus a 1-0 lead and an away goal. That is a massive disadvantage to be facing now. Bloody hell. Okay, so if I said that we needed the FIFA gods on our side before, we're definitely going to need them here. A challenging second leg ahead of us. We need goals, and we need them aplenty. The scoreline is 2-1. We're through on away goals rule. Mayendo with a little knock. Hopefully it doesn't get him out for the final, but we're headed to the Champions League final to verse either Barcelona or PSG. So it is going to be France versus Spain in the Champions League final. PSG versus Espanyol, the side that eliminated us in the quarterfinals last year. I hope we get our revenge this year. Taking a look around the other competitions, it was Manchester United taking down Atletico Madrid in the Europa League final. We have won La Liga on goal differential. Let's go. Finally winning La Liga with Espanyol, I believe, for the first time in club history. That is fantastic to see. But most importantly, we will be playing Champions League football again next season, even if we lose to PSG tonight. And in the relegation battle, Osasuna, Valladolid, and Las Palmas all relegated. Barcelona won an El Clasico in Copa de España. And now it is time for us to take a look at our squad report here at the end of season number 5, ahead of the Champions League final, hopefully for the final time. But we have put together such a strong side here. That's something I love about a rebuild, where your starting 11 is just absolutely insane, but then your bench matches it, where you get an injury to someone or a suspension and you don't feel like you're losing them too much, where you have someone that can just come in beautifully and replace them. So our squad looking absolutely fantastic, and I'm very excited to see how the team performs on the field here against PSG. I don't expect it to be an easy game, but I'm hopeful that we can come away with the Champions League final. Let's get into it. France versus Spain, the Champions League final. Let's get it done here with Espanyol, lads. Counter-attack opportunity opening up here. Look at that space. I wanted to go short to Dolberg, but we get it to Dolberg anyways. Touch, shot, goal. We're going to take the lead. 12 minutes into the Champions League final. It is Kasper Dolberg giving us the lead. What a header on, though. It was from Lautaro Martinez, and we take the lead. PSG looking for that equaliser here. 23rd minute. Mbappe up against Roca. Can't lunge in. They get the shot. Easy save though for Unai Simon. Potential counter-attack. Probably not. We moved too slow. Although, Roca, Martinez, looking for support. Golovin passing it around here. This is quick passing play. One more. Martinez for 2. Oh, good save. Smothered by the keeper. Win that soon. Good stuff. Well won again, to be fair. Come on. We need that second goal. Roca in. Dolberg for the brace. He gets it. Kasper Dolberg doubles our advantage here just before halftime. Let's go. This man has one hell of a finish on him. Both times he shot it, it's come off his boot like an absolute rocket. And we have doubled our advantage here in the Champions League final. Free kick here for PSG. They've got their head in front of it. And they're back in it. Questions to be asked about what we were doing defensively, though. I mean, I haven't conceded a goal like that for a long time. Once it left Mbappe's boot, it didn't hit the ground until it hit the back of the net. That's a beautiful ball from Mbappe, but Suyunsu, I believe it is, needs to be doing better from that position. So all of a sudden we have a game on our hands, but if we could get a third goal before halftime, I was going to say that would be great, but oh, they've gone and just turned it straight back to us. Dolberg, Martinez off the crossbar. Oh, I would have loved that 2-goal advantage heading into halftime, but it's 2-1. PSG looking for an equaliser here to kick off the second half. We don't want to do that. Valverde going to Mayan. Trying to jockey here with Suyunsu. They go through. Good save there from Unai Simon. Wait. What? Have they given a penalty? What for? I thought he didn't even tackle him. Oh, you're kidding me. Are you serious? Absolutely ludicrous penalty, but now we've got to stop Mbappe. Mbappe! We've gone the wrong way. And we've bottled the lead, lads. Just like that, we've gone from 2-0 up to a 2-all scoreline. PSG have got all the momentum at the moment. It's not good. Bernardo Silva through here. And if we're not careful, we're going to go behind after being 2-0 up. Golovin tracking him like a madman. Goes through there. And no. Oh, good save from Simon at the near post. I'm worried, lads. Here we go, Golovin looking for some support. I see Lautaro Martinez. That's actually a good ball from Dolberg. Martinez dragging it back. Acres of space. The finesse into the back of the net. And we have restored the lead here in the Champions League final. Look at all this space after the drag back. Look at that. He's virtually given him land to buy here. That is a ridiculous amount of space for Lautaro Martinez. And we've got the lead again. I'll take it. Got to defend here. 20 minutes to go. Mbappe's looking dangerous. Good tackle from Roca, but it's fallen right out to Bernardo Silva. Don't let him get a good ball in. Jockey it hard. They've put the ball in there. It's gone to Verratti. No! Oh, good save, Unai Simon. Let's go. Corner here for PSG. 72nd minute. We've got to be careful. They swing that one in. There it goes to Neymar. Good tackle. Clear it. No, we don't clear it. It goes again. And they've put that one wide, thankfully. Come on, lads. Dolberg and Roca linking up here. Lautaro Martinez. Retain possession, lads, and just wait for the right opportunity to open up. Mayendo to Wan-Bissaka. Martinez drawing and passing, and now there's the run. Golovin puts it in the roof of the net. Surely that's going to secure the Champions League title for us here at Espanyol. Golovin, our Russian midfielder, with an absolute rocket. That's what I'm saying, lads. We just had the patience. We preached patience, and the run opened up here. Look at the run from Golovin on the edge of the box. Look at that. Just ahead of Valverde. Puts his left boot through it. Thunderbolt into the back of the net. And surely that is going to bring the Champions League title for the first time to Espanyol. Come on. I am absolutely stoked, lads. There's 3 minutes of stoppage time. We just need to win the ball back, and surely that's going to be the Champions League title. Roca, he's been here since the start. He's about to lift the Champions League title for us. We might even be able to get a fifth. Nope, Joe Gomez was there, but it's not going to matter because the referee has blown the full-time whistle, and we have won the Champions League final here with Espanyol. No longer the smallest club in Barcelona, right now on top of the football world. Lads, if you enjoyed today's rebuild, make sure you leave a like on the video. Subscribe down below if you're new around here. But I will let you enjoy the title celebrations. It has been Jared HD here. I am out. Peace.